There we go. Good evening everyone and welcome along to TTML F4. We are here for Season 7, it is round number 11 of the championship as we take the Mexican Grand Prix from the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. My name is James Said, once again back to cover the action in place of Pariah for tonight for TTML F4. And joining me in the comment box, he missed last week, I filled in for him, and now he's back alongside me this week. Of course it is TFB Buck. Buck, how you doing?
Hello! This is going to be so much cool. I'm really looking forward to it. So, let's go!
Let's go indeed. Brilliant action, of course, last week in America. Of course, if, like Buck, you weren't here last week, I will remind you, of course, the top three. Jamie took that win. Dramatic win as well, may I add, with the changeable conditions. 3 laps to the end, 29 seconds behind, and overcame the odds to take the race win in TTML F4 last week. Atlas Copo in second, Storm 72 UK in third, and that has a big effect, of course, on the championship standings, because Jamie, who did lead the championship going into by 1 point last week, now extends his championship lead over Kermit to 18 points between himself and Kermit. So Jamie leading the way, 209 points on the lead, Kermit in second on 191, Storm in third on 180, Atlas Copo in fourth on 152, now overtaking Mike, of course, who DNF'd last week. Roj got there in sixth on 141, I'll try and get that pronunciation right as we go along. Benjamin in seventh on 133, Passels in eighth on 118, Bradley in ninth on 101, and Yanzu in 10th on 88 points. Then it's Axel, Sygate, Cam Reels, Andy Campbell, and Hooky ran the top 15. Zonfeld, Ivan Tonchik, Kiki, Styles, and Storm, DRA Storm, who are filled out the 20 drivers that have scored the most amount of points this season. Buck, of course, you missed last week. Jamie leading the way, though, 18 points over Kermit going into tonight. How do you see tonight playing out? Because Jamie has had that really good run of form recently.
Okay, did Jamie give an interview after winning last week?
He did.
Okay, how was the interview?
The interview was not too bad.
Okay, because we gotta fix this with Jamie. I mean, the guy, he drives so aggressively. He's like, oh my god, get out of the way, here I come, he's gonna win the race. And then he gets into the interview and you expect this big punch of energy. And I was like, hey, I'm Jamie, that's it. I was like, come on man, you gotta get the interview matching the driving performance. Like, I don't know how he does it. And we're screaming our heads off usually, oh my god, look at Jamie, this is crazy. And then we get this really quiet guy. So his driving is out of this world whenever he keeps it tidy, but it's interviews, we have to fix that up. But let's see, we've got some chats in here in the chat, and we have a question from Jamie. Give me some tips for here, Jamie. It's keep it clean but drive like crazy.
Yeah, I would just say drive in general and avoid the curbs, especially the essay section through 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Avoid the curbs through there, they are absolutely deadly as anything. Jamie's saying I'm like a mum driving, and he's trying to get to Tesco's. Terrible. Tesco's, I think, might be closed over here, though, at this point in the night. Unless it's a 24/7 one, of course. But still.
I can't believe that Mike didn't finish. Like, what's going on? Mike was Mr. Reliable in the previous race. What happened?
Mike's cat, basically to blame in terms of a drive-through at the beginning. And then I think he lost it to the S section, if I'm not mistaken, the 3, 4, 5 and 6, that S section in America. And that's where he lost control of the... No, actually, it was turn 11. He'd lost that, and he was off track and had deployed a safety car, of course, as a result of his spin.
It's like a cat is like... That's like the dog at my homework sort of excuse.
Well, it's Mike.
Say that.
I mean, it's Mike at the end of the day, but still. Running through the constructor standings as well before we get going, of course, into qualifying. Mercedes leading the way on 371 points. I believe they've got a mathematical chance of winning. I haven't worked out the maths though, so we'll try and bring you up to speed on that at the end. McLaren in second on 284 points, Ferrari in third on 242, Red Bull in fourth on 209, Williams in fifth on 174, AlphaTauri in sixth on 171, Alfa Romeo seventh on 123, Aston Martin in eighth on 85, Haas in ninth on 72, and Alpine in 10th on 39 points. Kermit and Storm in the Mercedes team have looked a class above the constructors so far. They've been so consistent in terms of the driver standings. Can they wrap up the constructors tonight?
Yeah, definitely. They've been driving pretty cool. But man, you are experienced in this commentating. This is going to be freaking awesome. Oh, let's give a big shout out to Pariah. Hey man, we miss you. We love you. Come back soon.
Yeah, unfortunately he's at a cabin with his girlfriend. I mean, and his family. Hello to everyone that's watching, by the way.
No, he's not.
He
you
is.
You never believe the excuses from Pariah.
He is. He's really good. Oh, I've just been given a message, actually, from somebody. Hang on. Oh. Sorry. It's about PSGL on Monday. I will answer that back at the end of the stream because I have been asked to do one of the top tiers for PSGL on Monday.
Alright.
But anyways, we're going to get going and qualified here more majorly in TTML F4. Obviously, Cam Reels has just said in the Discord, by the way, to me, remember to breathe on that one. I will breathe. I will try and take it slow this time on that one if I can. But if there's a lot of action, might not make any sense.
What do you think about Mexico? What do you think of the track?
Mexico is one of those tracks where it produces a lot of good overtaking, I think, to be honest. Down in towards turn 1 especially, down in towards turn 4. And it's one of those tracks where drivers actually hate it. Drivers hate it. I love it for commentary because you get so many overtakes, you get really close action in qualifying. Hopefully that might be repeated tonight.
Yeah, that's true. And in real life last year, it was unbelievable. The race in real life, it was just at the end of the race, just the way everybody just gets into that ex-baseball arena. It was what Formula One's all about. It was just such a great atmosphere in that stadium.
Yeah, Ivan saying as well, no hairpin. Trust me, when I heard that, I couldn't believe it what I heard. Yeah, Ivan was, that was last night in the chat. Me and Ivan and Mike were in a chat last night after TTML F3. Informed me of that story, so I had to try and bring it in, of course, tonight for TTML F4. Steinmar in the comment section there as well. Apologies if I butcher any of the Norwegian names here tonight. Legendary Puck is in the house.
Yay! Oh, this is gonna be cool. Mexico. I think Mexico's. It's probably one of my favorite tracks because I think it's just an easy track to practice. I think it's not the most difficult, but if you can hit like some of the most difficult corners, it's gonna be okay.
It would definitely be okay, I've got to say. It is dry qualifying, though, here in Mexico. Of course, we're about 800 metres above sea level, actually, in Mexico City. Ran a 4.3 kilometre circuit, 2.6 mile. We've already touched on the track already. But 17 corners out on track. I vividly remember a battle last season between...
But that's freaking awesome! These stats that you have is like 800 metres above sea level. It's like, this is Pirayo on steroids. What the heck is going on? Oh my god!
No, honestly, I remember that fact because I heard it on commentary. David Croft put it in commentary over here in Sky Sports F1, and that's why I've remembered it. So there you go.
Alright, who are we going to follow?
Denand is the first man out on track. He actually had a very good race last week. Given his performance last week, he actually had a really good performance for most of the way. It was up there in terms of the Vanguard. What expectations coming in tonight? Because Alpine, of course, have not done the best in terms of the constructors, and they've had relatively inconsistent driving this season.
Yeah, they've had some, I mean, what basically happened, especially Denand, he started really well in a couple of races, and then possibly a little bit too aggressive. I don't know the guy, but I was really impressed. He was like, in lap 1, he would be like climbing up 4 or 5 places, and then something happens, but you know that happens usually midfield, too aggressive at the start, and yeah, stuff happens.
Yeah, it does indeed. Kermit's the second man out on track as well. He is second, of course, coming into the championship tonight. Jamie is also out on track. He's coming through towards turn 7. But Denand coming through. I love this section of the track, by the way. Coming through turn 12 into the Feather Soul, the old baseball stadium section. This is where the highest point of sea level actually is on this track, believe it or not. Even though it's flat.
Man, that's too geeky. That's too geeky. That you can't come back. Can't say that.
Anyways, Denand is going on to
let's go!
Let's run and pull them with Denand on the run down in towards turn number 1, in towards the SA Moses Solana, which is just basically the S chicane, the S section with the chicane. It's translated to, I think, in Spanish. But 200 mile an hour in towards turn number 1 as Denand hits the curb through turn number 1, through the left hand of turn 2, through the right hand of turn number 3, and then on the run down in towards turn number 4, and then in towards the Recorte Rabac section, which is turn 5 and the double right hander at turn number 6. There's a 28.4. I do have a mini-map, by the way, to the right-hand side of me, and that's why I can put the corner names in. But Denand's coming through turn number 6. It is a double corner. You might think of it as 6 and 7. It's not. It's just a double corner through turn 6. And then this is the SA section. The S section translates to in English through 7 and 8, then to the left-hand of turn number 9, and then through the trickiest point in the S section through 10 and 11. Right too much curb like Yona did in qualifying last night in TTML F2. You will get an invalidated lap. In toward the Feather Soul section through turn number 12. Purple middle sector once again. It was a 56.1 from Denand in the middle sector, in through the Feather Soul, coming through turn number 14, then through 15, and then in toward Peraltada, the double right-hander at 16 and 17, and on the run to the line from Denand, and it is a 1:15.3 to start off the night. Kermit, though, on behind is 2/10 off that, and he goes 15.5, so he is 2/10 off. But Denand out of top, Kermit in second. Should see, though, quicker lap times as the session goes on.
Man, that was impressive by Denand, but that was even more impressive by you. That was freaking insane. Wow. That was really cool. I even enjoyed that, and I'm like, okay, I see this every week. I hope we get 20,000 people in tonight watching us, because we have James commentating out here, and it's crazy.
Yeah, share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with Subwoofer, and give that wolf a banana. Denand out on top, Kermit in second, Tornheim in third. Buck didn't get that one. I just threw in a Eurovision reference for Norway, but no, didn't get it. Terrible.
Eurovision? You can't mix Formula 1 and Eurovision. That doesn't go. Hey, what time can we expect here on this? What are we going for?
Well, last night we saw Jonas at a 13.6. Believe it or not, around here. A 13.6. He was 4/10 clear, I think, of everyone else in qualifying. So, if that's to be said, F4 should be a little bit off that pace. I would say around a 14.4, 14.5. I'm tempted on fate there.
Wow, that'd be nice. And who's going to get it? Is it going to be Mike? Will Mike? Is it a comeback from Mike, or who's going to be hitting it tonight? I think whenever. Which car do you like, man? We haven't commentated before. It's like on the different tracks, the different cars look really nice, right? It's like, is it the night track or is it the sunshine? Some of these cars just look amazing.
They do. I'm up with the McLaren, actually, of Mike, the papaya-coloured car, of course. Not the orange-coloured car, it's a papaya-coloured car coming through turn number 6. And Mike, the Welshman, will be hoping to get onto towards the top end of the field. Torrenheim, by the way, was my favourite pole position, but he's a 15.8 at the minute. Currently, 3/10 of a second behind Kermit. So Torrenheim there in third. Set pole position. Returned to the league last week, by the way, Buck. I forgot to mention that. And Torrenheim set quickest in qualifying. And he was 4/10 ahead of everyone else, actually, in qualifying. So the Aston Martin, if that's anything to believe, Torrenheim should be up there tonight. It's an even playing field as well. Mike's coming through the final couple of corners, though.
No.
And he's invalid at the final corner.
Yeah, because he was... I think he was going okay on that lap. It was like through the S-swings. He was keeping in pretty high. So... Denand, you set an amazing time. We love you, man.
And I was literally just going to come on to that as well. Yeah, 15.3. I mean, you're top, so it must be a good lap if you're top. Cam Rules, though, was coming through in the middle sector.
It was a nice banker lap, Denand. It was okay for a start. Come on, you can do better, man.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of track evolution around here, and normally the times will obviously increase as the session goes on. So we should see 14s coming, I would say, before halfway through qualifying. Cam moves through the final corner. He's actually on a good lap here, the Welshman. Goes 4th, 15.9, goes ahead of Storm. Ivan Tonchik as well went 6th on a lap. Just trying to see if there's anybody else on a lap. I can't pick out anyone.
Oh.
Don't think anyone's on a lap.
Mike is... What's Mike doing? He's
Invalid.
Oh, he's invalid, yeah. That's a pity.
Yeah, he lost
So we've got Cam Rules in 4th place. Cam Rules, come on, man. Get to the top.
Oh! Benjamin's on his out lap. I was following him there, and he's crashed through the SA section through turn 11. So the McLaren is already at the session, so Benjamin's already out. And, yeah, he was on his out lap there. I don't know what happened. We'll try and ride above with Cam Rules. He's the next man on a lap. But, yeah, the yellow flag's through this middle sector. Benjamin's on the other side of this S section. Hopefully the car doesn't disappear. Oh, he's hit the inside curb. There he is, right in the middle of the track, actually. He's hit the wall. He's hit the outside curb, and he's spun into the wall, and it's speed into the middle of the track. That's what's happened there.
We don't recommend that, Benjamin.
Definitely not. Definitely not, indeed.
Oh! Cameron spin around.
Yeah, Cameron was on the down lap though. Oh, he's just nearly speed into the wave. Jamie though, actually coming to the Ferrosol section. But Jamie now going under a set of soft compound tyres. 17.1. I say normally around here you find around a 1.2 second improvement in terms of mediums to softs. So, in that case, Jamie should be probably around Torrenheim sort of area with this lap, but we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, tuning in from around Europe, it's Jamie! He's streaming, he's driving, he's being the legend he's always been from Mexico! Go Jamie, go Jamie!
Through the first sector. Oh.
Yeah, go, go, go. We can't tip Jamie like to come in 3rd place. Jamie wouldn't like that. He wants to be tipped 1st place. Why am I not going to be 1st place?
I think it will be by that first sector, to be honest. 28.3 through the first sector. That was incredibly quick. And Jamie now, if he gets his S section right, you need to get the S section right, you can set up the rest of the lap from this point onwards. Through turn 9, through the right hander of 10, through the left hander of 11. Near enough perfect from Jamie,
Nice
just avoided the curve there.
That was nice gearing from Jamie there. Yeah, he kept it in 7th. Yeah.
He's going to improve another 5, 10, 6 tenths per second maybe in this final sector as well. So Jamie's looking to go quicker than Danan. Is it going to be the first 14 on the light? I doubt it, to be honest. It doesn't look that quick enough. But now coming through Peraltada at 16 and 17. Go! Jamie on the run to the line. Just shy, 15.1, but he goes quickest.
Jamie! That's what we want to see.
Atlas Coppo's on a good lap actually as well. The Alpha Tauri halfway through qualifying. Jamie Adams up to Nan second, Kermit in 3rd. Atlas Coppo now to the line, and he goes 2nd. So 1-2 from last week, 1-2 in qualifying so far.
And tonight I want to put out a special request for Atlas Coppo. I want to see what you got. I want to see it because he's been safing a little bit. He's been gathering points and ending up in the podium. So I want to really see him pushing the limits tonight.
Speaking of pushing the limits. Yeah, speaking of pushing the limits, Torrenheim is on the lap coming through, and that was perfect through the S section from Torrenheim. Not purple in the middle sector, but he's around Jamie's sort of middle sector, so this is looking quite good for Torrenheim. He wants to improve ahead of Kermit at least, I think. That'll be the aim. Oh, and he catches the curve on the inside, and that's the commentator's curse, because he's just spun on the curve.
He lost that a little there, yeah. That was a pity, Torrenheim.
Is he in pit lane? No, he's continuing on. Torrenheim on the run to the line. Yeah. Still improves, but if he wipes out that mistake, he would have improved 3 tenths per second there.
Yeah, that's true. He got a little bit of a spin or something. Camerals, he's way out, so that was a pity.
Sygate goes 8th.
What happened to Sygate last week? How did he go on?
Sygate was pretty... He was alright, let's just say. He was alright. The Aston Martin, he didn't really do anything special, to be honest.
Well, that wasn't the best way to... Okay, but I'll tell you why, because Sygate's got amazing pace, but we call him the penalty king, because he just picks up so many penalties. But if he can avoid penalties, he's going to be really pushing at the top.
Mike nearly goes top, 15.4, about 3 tenths per second off that time. He was good in the middle sector, and then completely lost it coming through Peraltada again. Didn't go in for half spin. Torrenheim, though, was crashed through the S section. That's what Neymar crashed.
It's really important to keep the gearing correct through it, and you see different ways of gearing through the S section. You got any tips on it, or?
No, I know Neymar took 7th gear last night, and he was 3 laps away from picking up a P4, and then he spun it in the wall and crashed out the race. So don't take 7th gear, is what I will say coming through the S section.
Wow, that's a controversial tip.
But yeah, Jamie out on top, Atlas Coppo second, Denand in 3rd, 6.5 minutes to go in qualifying. It's, to be honest, the top 3 that I was sort of expecting to be up there. Even though Comet and Storm, I thought they would have been further up there, to be honest. Comet and Storm 5th and 6th. Where are the times going to be found? Because obviously the session's still going on. 6 minutes ago, Jamie had a top Atlas Copel second, Danan and third. They're only 400ths of a second separating. And then you've got a big chasm of a gap to Mike, who's 2.5 tenths down nearly.
That was such an excellent use of the word chasm.
It is. It's a massive gap around here. 2 tenths of a second, huge gap.
It definitely is. But yeah, it's really nice to see Dinand right now at 3rd place. That's pretty cool to see what happens if he starts at the top of the field as well.
Yeah, he was good in qualifying last week. It was I don't think it was a wet qualifying last week, but he was good in qualifying nonetheless in America. Cygate, however, is on a lap. We'll see him board with the Aston Martin coming through turn number 10, then to the left-hand turn number 11. He takes a very high 6th gear coming through there. The yellow flag in the final sector, nothing to worry about. And he is up by 2 tenths and towards turn 12.
Oh, he needs a really good through the stadium here.
Nice.
Come on, come on.
And then coming through Pavatani's just invalid.
But Rygaard, why is Rygaard sitting in the pit? He's sticking out because we need him higher up than where he is right now.
Yeah, we do indeed. 16.2, and again, huge gap between Cygate and Rygaard. They're in, 10th position. He's 3/10 of a second off Cygate, basically, so he needs to improve. Normally, Rygaard is quite good in qualifying, and I believe he's actually coming out the pit lane now. So we're speaking about him. He's heard us. He's coming out the pit lane. With 4 minutes to go, he's got plenty of time, maybe for 2 laps.
Yeah, that's cool. I think, I mean, if Rygaard has practiced on this track, I think we can expect him to at least jump into the top 5 here. I expect nothing less of the chap.
Yeah, Cam rules as well, just for tying in the pit lane. He had enough time to come out back into the pit lane, so I'm not sure what's going on there with Cam, the Esports Wales driver. Ivan Tonchik, though, is on a lap. F3 commentator, of course, going forward full time. I can announce, because he's replacing James Boyle for the final 2 rounds of the championship alongside Mike, so that should be quite a good partnership there. But he is, obviously, and he's just invalidated. He was on a good lap there, but he's just invalidated. That curb at turn 15 is terrible.
Okay, we're definitely on the commentator curse tonight.
We are indeed. I think I'm cursing everyone. You may as well take over, I think, at this point, in terms of the commentators' curses. Jamie, though, has just started on his lap. 15.1, currently his personal best. He's 800ths down through the first sector. Didn't have a good run at all down the straight. I don't even think he used much ERS. So Jamie's down in the first sector, but we saw him board with his lap. It's the final sector where he can gain the time, and let's see if he can gain the time. Coming through the S section, 7, 8, then to the left-hander of 9, then to the right-hander of 10 and 11, and looking good through there. That was much more committed.
That was. He kept it in 7th,
and
kept it floored. Yeah.
Purple middle sector through turn 12, rides the curb really nicely indeed, coming through there, now in toward the Ferrosol, through 13, then to the right hand of 14, then, as long as he doesn't avoid the curb on the left hand side, through 15,
on,
then
Jamie,
through Peraltada. This is a 14.9, I think, from Jamie, on the run to the line. Oh, it's 15 flat.
Nice going, Jamie.
Really good lap, really good lap. He puts now 2 tenths between himself and Atlas Coppo. I don't think that's enough, though.
Oh, and, that's a big call, and right now we've got Rygaard, who's out to show us what he's got. He definitely is going to improve his time, there's no doubt about that. It just depends if it's going to be enough.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, he's all over the place.
Yeah, that's a sign of a lack of practice, that there.
Terrible. Rygaard needs to put more practice in around Mexico. Goodness me. 16.2, but he is 3 tenths up still, so he could go ahead of Cygate, I think, quite comfortably, to be honest, even if this lap is terrible, and he can improve on it, obviously. Rygaard to the line does improve ahead of Cygate. Yes. But that lap can be improved, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Denand! Coming through the middle sector, just invalidated through turn 11. And he was looking good. It was only 1,000th of a second up through the first sector. But he's invalid, so it's fine.
Hopefully we're going to get a fast time at the end here. Somebody's going to jump in. There's not much time left, guys. It's up to you now.
Storm was on a lap. I think he's backed off, though, in the middle sector. He must have made a mistake coming through the SA section. Jamie out on top, the Atlas Copo in second, Denand in third. He's invalid, but he's going on to another lap now.
I've done a lap now. Kermit is a little bit up in his time, I think.
He is indeed, and Mike's just further on, actually, on coming to the middle sector. So Mike, I was going to call him the Irishman. He's a Welshman. Goodness me, I'm not going to put one down now. He's going to out me. He's going to out me for that.
It's like last week the cat walked across it. This week the commentator called me Irish. Oh no!
What next? It's Friday the 13th. Please forgive me. Mike coming through the final corner on the runs line doesn't improve. Kermit, very sideways at a 14. And he's 5 tenths up on this lap. Kermit potentially going quickest here. On the run to the line. Just.
Oh, he got it! Kermit goes in at 14.9. Oh my god!
Atlas Copo, though, is the one to respond. Jamie's in the pit lane. That's him done at the session. It's Atlas Copo, the one that can beat Kermit through the first sector, and he's 1100 up. Middle sector, final sector is where the time can be gained, though. So we'll run above with Atlas Copo. Obviously, more improvements are going to come as the session will go on. We've only got 20 seconds left, so these guys are literally going on to their final laps at this point. Jamie saying as well, a good lap from him, and Kermit there, 14.9. He's a tenth of a second ahead, as Denand now goes quickest. Didn't even see him on a lap. Denand's gone quickest.
14.8. Denand has put in the practice. This is going to be crazy. He's got an amazing start some weeks, and if he's going to start at the front, we can expect big things from Denand. Nice going.
Mike was up on his time, but he's invalid coming out the S section. Storm's retired into the pit lane. Atlas Copo made a mistake through the S section as well, and he's coming back in the pits as well. So the AlphaTauri not improving. Roygaard is not on a lap. Sygate is. He's 4 tenths up through the middle sector. He's not going to be going quickest here, but we'll see what Sygate can respond with. On the run towards the line, and he goes 7th ahead of Storm. Good lap.
Definitely.
Anybody else on a lap? Ivan Tonchik is on a lap.
No, Axel is...
I think he's down on his time.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Ivan is up.
Yep, go on.
No, Ivan's up in his time, not a lot, but yeah, I mean, every little bit up pays off. Jamie practice pays off in the chat. Nice going, Jamie.
Oh, Ivan taking a very deep line through the final corner. Goes 11th, and he's just shy of the top 10, but... necessarily, that'll be the better strategy, actually, out on track. Passels is now off his lap, and I believe that is the end of qualifying. Denand, out on top, put it in the practice. He showed good pace last week in qualifying, now responds back with the fastest lap in qualifying and goes pole position. Kermit there in second, Jamie in third, and the big thing to notice, actually, Buck, is Denand, 14.8 on multiple run soft compound tyre. Kermit and Jamie only did 1 lap. Denand had 2.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like Denando's put in some practice. I need your predictions based on what you've seen. Your predictions, top 3, go.
Top 3 predictions, I'm going to go Jamie for the win. I'm going to go Mike for second. No pressure, Mike, the Irishman. And third, I am going to go for Kermit.
Alright, I'm gonna go for Denand. I believe in you, man. And I'm gonna go for Passels. He's gonna do a lot of climbing, and Benjamin, because we always need a dragon on the podium.
Yeah, Benjamin will be up there, I think. He's obviously right down the back of the field, but we'll run through the grid order now. It's Denand out on top, Kermit in second, Jamie in third, Atlas Copo in fourth, goodness me, Mike in fifth, Camrules in sixth, Sygate in seventh, Storm in eighth, Tomenheim in ninth, disappointing, Roy got there in 10th, Ivan there in 11th, Axel 12th, Yanzi 13th, Passels 14th, Salas 15th, and Benjamin rounding off the back of the field. And I believe there was one other driver, if I'm not mistaken, because we've got 17, I believe, in the lobby, haven't we? Have we?
Yeah, that's true.
Jay
Yes,
Miles, that's who it is.
Yep.
Didn't even see him in the session, I think.
Oh, he was there.
He was there. He just existed, and we didn't ride on board with him.
He's going for driver of the day. Some of the guys do that.
I think it's the first time in a few weeks he's actually shown up, I believe, as well.
And we have a comment from the one, the only, the amazing Stienmar. I predict Tornheim to finish top 3. Do you really predict that, or is that like your best buddy?
Now, it's brotherly love. We found out it's his brother last week. And, yeah, it's brotherly love, I think, being shown. But he showed brotherly love last week, and then I believe Towenheim invalidated on multiple laps and then crashed out the race, if I'm not mistaken. Steinmark can fill you in on that one.
That's not recommended.
Definitely not. But the formation lap now beginning here in Mexico City, in Mexico. And wow! Look at the tyre choices further down the field. There's a right mix-up in the grid. That can only mean it's going to rain.
Yeah, Passel's gotten on hard. That's
weird.
Yeah, but Pastels is, I don't know how he was last week, but he's a driver that his top skill is just like just slowly just climbing through the field, and you don't even notice him, and he's going to be ending up challenging 3rd or 4th place. So he has like strange deck tire choices, but yeah, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think he will. On that set of hards, I wouldn't recommend starting on the set of hard Campana tyres around here. They're a bit like, do you remember the Blue Wall tyre at Silverstone a few years ago? Literally like that, and they are absolutely terrible in terms of pace in the early stages. But Passelt, if he's top 10 by the end of the race, I will not be surprised, because he's actually on probably one of the best strategies out there. Of course, top 10 qualified on that set of soft Campana tyres. Everyone else I would have said was on a set of mediums, but they're not. Silas, Benjamin and Day Mild, set of soft Campana tyre, that streaks out of me immediately by saying that we're going to get rain before the halfway stage. Ivan, Axel, Janzu set of mediums, and then Passelt's gone for set of hards.
You've seen the F word. They're just thinking, yeah, whatever. There's going to be a safety car. Just like,
yeah. Well, I haven't considered that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it's like they've raced quite a bit now. So yeah, tire strategy. Yeah, we just take it along the way. But yes, to Stianmar, I know Dr. Schnellfahrt and Dr. Alheim. We need the doctors back. We need the proper names of the doctors. We've got NSR legend Jamie taking another win tonight. I can feel it.
Oh. Storm has just ruined my prediction by saying it's going to be dry. It's terrible.
Oh, yes.
Terrible. But we're waiting on, I believe, Benjamin, Silas and the likes, the back end of the field to rejoin up on the grid.
Hyman is going to finish the race quickly. Hyman is going to finish.
11.
11. Whoa! Okay, I go 10.
10. I think I will. To be honest, we'll see what is going to happen though out on track. The 5 red lights are now coming on here in Mexico. It is round 11 of the championship in TTML F4. And it is... lights out and away we go, and Denand is very slow off the start, and Kermit's going to have to run already down towards someone, and look at that, because Jamie nearly goes in the middle of them and has near contact off the start. Atlas Copel now is going to get the run on all of them, and is going to go side by side. There's a little bit of contact in the background, but Kermit leads the way in towards Son of War. Atlas Copel dives it down the inside line, but he gets chopped off as Denand now forces the inside line, coming to the SA Milsa Solana, coming around the outside and gets the job done. Denand through and he's back into second. Cygate follows through and he's into third. Good stop by Cygate, by the way. He's already up to third. Atlas Copel there in fourth, Mike there in fifth, and now on the run down and towards Son of 4. Cam Reels is going side by side. There was a Ferrari going deep there. That was Roy gone. I think Cam Reels had to avoid the action there from Jamie, who was dropping all the way down the field. I'm not sure if he might have a little bit of front wing damage off that little bit of wheel banging on the run down towards turn 1, but Kermit leads the way. Denand in second, Cygate in third. Bit of rough and tumble midway down the field. Field getting well strung out, but very clean start. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's really true. It's a pretty clean start for Mexico, where I think there were 3 cars in across there, the track, and yeah, that was pretty tidy. Keep it going, guys.
Cam Reels is dropping down the field as well. I'm not sure if he's got maybe a little bit of damage on the car, or if he's getting out the way and he's lagging potentially. I saw a red bar there.
Jamie's falling. I don't know what happened, Jamie. He's down at 8th place already.
Front wing damage? Yep, he's in the pits. Front wing damage.
Yeah, yes.
So he must have picked up front wing damage. That wheel banging, basically, somebody's hit the end plate and it's knocked it off, and that's what we've seen there. Mike's on the back of Atlas Copel, by the way, 4th and 5th position. The McLaren on the back in towards turn number 1, sends it down the inside line. The Welshman doesn't get the move done on the Norwegian, and Atlas Copel stays 4th.
This is Mike's one of the best drivers that I've seen in this division to attack and put pressure on from behind. So Atlas Copel's going to have a tough time here.
And down the inside, actually going towards turn number 4, is Mike. Gets caught on the inside curb. And I don't think he's going to get the switch back. Storm gets the switch back. That's a lovely move by Storm, switching back. And you could have seen that from a mile off, to be honest, because Storm had that set up beautifully. He gets the job done. He's through, and he's into 5th position. Good news on the Mercedes front for the constructors' standings. But Denand is all over the back of Kermit. Once again, it was 0.2 of a second this time around on the first lap, and it's 0.2 again on the second lap, as Denand is really applying the pressure to Kermit early on.
Yeah, he sure is. This is going to be fun because I definitely know Kermit. He can handle this pressure out in front. We've seen it before in Belgium, and we've seen Kermit. That's going to be okay. But Dinand in second place, and with the qualifying times he had, he's going to be putting as much pressure as possible on here.
Sidegate's the fastest lap of the race, actually, in Danan. There's no DRS, by the way, down in towards turn number 1. That will come online, coming through turn number 12 at the end of this lap. And that is why... that's basically because both DRS detection points are shared down in the straight and down in towards turn number 4, and the DRS therefore is not online this lap around. But I believe they are changing the DRS detection points next, or for this season in Mexico in real life.
I love Dinand. Your expertise. Dinand he's cutting the corners already. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. He's trying as hard as possible to get it. You see how close he's going in Kermit. It's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild indeed. We saw many penalties, by the way, in F2 last night. 9 seconds was the leader's penalties. That was Jona who won last night. So, if that's anything to... Yeah, 9 seconds. We had 12 seconds, 19 seconds in periods as well. And Dinand is going to go for the move on Kermit. Here comes the DRS enabled. Now down the inside and towards turn 12 into the Ferrosol. Sticks the nose in. And the Alpine's going to try and go around the outside into the Ferrosol. Then Kermit might hang him out to dry, and he does. Kermit holds on.
That was okay. I thought Dinand was going to mess it up for both in there, but I think it was the right thing.
He
no!
spun!
What happened?
Dinand's in the ball! Dinand is in the wall. He's done a mic through in qualifying, spun out the final corner, and Dinand has lost his front wing, and he's in the pit lane from glory to defeat.
Into the pit lane. That was pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, if there's one place you're going to spin and hit the wall, and where do you want to end up? You want to end up in the pit lane.
It is, yeah. Dinand in the pits. Day Miles in the pits as well. He's got a front wing change happening as well.
No,
and he's tied in the pits.
We are down to 16 drivers.
There's the first one. How many more?
But yeah, that was a pity from Dinand. That was like an illegal way to enter the pit lane, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he spun. I'd probably give him... I mean, there's not much you can give, to be honest, for that. He spun purely... I was riding on board with him, and he spun purely, just got caught on the outside line, took too much traction, applied too much power, sent it round. It might get looked at in the pit entry, but he'd spun, so I think nothing in that, to be honest. Yeah,
I think it was a nice save in some regards. It was a nice save by him. But right now it's pretty close at the top. This is cool that we have this... everybody's within a second with each other at the first 6 places.
Yeah, and then everyone's spread out like a washing line further down the field from Axel downwards. Yanzu got overtaken by Ivan, I believe, as well, so he's into 8th last lap around.
That's it, you guys, everybody listening in on the commentary. If you hear me saying they're spread out like a washing line next week, that's just taken, copyrighted from James. Here we go.
I'm going to trademark that in a week's time, and you're not going to use it.
Be paying royalties. This is pretty cool. This is what we want at the top of the grid here. We want these guys putting pressure on each other.
Yeah, definitely. Kermit looks like the pressure is off now. And to be honest, the top 6 looks like the pressure is off, because nobody is just running for moves. They're all stuck in a DRS train. The further you are down on the DRS train around here, the less likely it is for you to overtake. If anything is going to happen, I think it's Storm on the back of Atlas Copel. 3rd and 4th, directly in the middle of this train. Storm looks quick. He needs to get through an Atlas Copel, though. Atlas Copel just struggling maybe for a little bit of pace, but Storm is on it, and if he gets in clear air, he'll be the quickest man out of this train.
Yeah, that's true, and we see that Sygate has got a penalty there, which is, again, it's so unfortunate because he drives always with really, really nice lap times. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. What's going on?
Silas round, coming through turn number 3, got caught in the inside curb, I think, and he spun. And look what's going to happen, because Storm is right on the back of Atlas Copo. I literally said this was going to happen about 30 seconds ago, and it might just, because there's another spinner in the middle sector. I think that's Yanzu round, I think. Oh no, it's Axel round. Is it? No, it's Danan. Sorry, didn't know who was spun there, but it's Danan that's round, and he's lost 2 positions behind Camrules and Torenheim, and in the end, Storm, being cautious Storm once again, and not getting the move done on Atlas Copo.
This game is so insane. Dinand, after that amazing qualifying, is driving now on soft tyres, but in 15th place.
Yeah, and that was on fresh softs, and he spun on fresh softs as well, so clearly hasn't got those tyres up to temperature at the minute. The front six, by the way, coming through the turns 4 and 5, they still all run in line with each other. Denand is on the back there with Tornheim. This is going to be a more immediate move down the straight in towards turn number 1, pulls the inside line, and it's done before he even reaches the corner. Denand is through, and he's into 14th. Tornheim there in 15. Both had good races last week, both now on the back end, and they need a safety car to get back into it.
Yeah, that safety car will come sometime. I think these guys knew that, so they sort of keep the head cool. It's the same with Jamie. He's going to be a climber in this race, so yeah, there will be a safety car.
Yeah, definitely. Atlas Copel, makes a mistake into the Ferrosol.
Way wide.
And Storm capitalise on this.
Not there! No, not there! Oh!
And look at
he got away with that. He got away with it.
They've lost the slipstream, and look at Cygate on the back of Kermit. Mike's into the pit lane and having none of this in the DRS train, but Cygate goes for the lead on the inside line. And should get the job done, and he has. So Cygate through, and he's into the lead. Storm got the undercut, got the job done through the final corner at Peraltada, and he's through, and he's into third as well. And Mike, interestingly, comes in the pit lane, set of mediums, clearly screams out to me, two-stop strategy.
Yeah, it's true, and Mike is one of the best to figure out the right strategy at the right time in previous races, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But Cygate leading now. It's not every week we say that, so Cygate, if you're listening, let's go show the whole of the world, Europe, what you got.
Yeah, he's showing good pace, I've got to say, he's showing good pace. Atlas Copel, though, his tyres, after that mistake coming to the Ferrosol last time around, Roygaard's now on the back of him. And Roygaard is... he's been off the back of this train slightly, and now Atlas Copel is there as a target in front of him. Ferrari's surely going to get the move done, because Atlas Copel's tyres are blistering like anything. Yeah,
Roygaard will be passing out, but Atlas Copel, yeah, I mean, he has to figure out what he's going to do here.
Old school in the comment section, Barry. That's Mark Aldridge in the comment section, as Atlas Copel's in. Yeah. Storm's in as well. Oh, and he picks up a 5-second penalty.
No, Storm. Oh, my God.
Now, that looked to me, Atlas Copel got the brakes on, and that looked a lot quicker from Atlas Copel than what Storm did. That, I'm not saying it should get removed, but, yeah, the game might have just done them in there. As Cygate and Kermit are fighting side by side through turn number 2 and 3. No. Kermit on the inside curb gets a penalty, and now Kermit is back through, actually around the outside, I should say, and he gets the job done, and he's through, and he's into the lead of the race. Totally didn't see that, didn't know what happened on the lead up, but Kermit, more importantly, is through and he's into the lead, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's all that matters, but yeah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, like, if you said the guys had 9-second penalties last night, then let's see what happens here. But yeah, they're picking up a lot of penalties already, these guys.
Yeah, they are, which is not surprising. I mean, we had, penalties, I think, last night from lap 1 onwards. So I'm actually surprised that not many, as Tornheim's just picked up one, actually, not many drivers compared to F2 have so far picked up penalties. This is lap 8, though, going on to lap 9, so about a quarter of the way through. Benjamin on the back of Yanzu seems to be an interesting battle as well. They're totally in a different league in terms of strategy compared to the front guys. But Benjamin on the back of Yanzu, the Finn and the Welshman. Hopefully Rep the Dragon is going to be coming out for Benjamin, and hopefully he's going to get this move done, as Roygaard is into the pits from third.
Yeah, it sure looks like Benjamin, he has to brake a little bit here because Yanzu is slowing down, so he'll be looking forward to get, yeah, he's going to be taking it now.
Look who's on the back of this train as well. Mike, Storm, Atlas Copel, they've all gained. They've all gained, and Benjamin, easy this. Even before turn 1, gets the job done, too much speed, gets the job done, and he's through, and is Mike now going to capitalise on this on the back of Passels as well. Passels on a sort of hard, remember. Mike's on fresh mediums. This should be an easy move, but he's in a DRS train. He's in a DRS train and he's going to struggle. But, actually, saying that, look at this.
Got it.
Inside line, 7-4, surely on the brakes. Mike doesn't put his nose in, and he picks up a 3-second penalty.
No.
I shouldn't laugh.
No, but that was, yeah, that was a difficult one. That he thought he had it, and Pastels almost was teasing him there a little bit, like, yeah, you can take it if you want, and then he just closed the door.
Yeah, I think Mike, to be honest, I'll be brutally honest there. I think he was too cautious. way too cautious. He could have got the move done, didn't want to pull his nose in, then he puts his nose in and he gets a 3-second penalty. Is now he's going to get the move done in weight.
He's going to take
Patience is a virtue, as I say, and he's going to get the job done in towards turn 12, puts Parcells on the outside line, and now puts Storm in the way in towards the Ferrosol as well, and Storm tries to go all the way around the outside. Roygaard, by the way, he's just dived it on Atlas Copo. Look at this in behind, and he gets the job done around the outside as Torenheim is crashed in the S section. It could be a safety car.
Torenheim, no! Oh, that's a pity.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be a safety car. Saigate, by the way, got back through for Kermit for the lead. Storm passes Parcells. Roygaard is going to try and Storm on the back as well of Parcells. No pun intended there, by the way. Jamie on the back of Atlas Copa was on the back. So Jamie has caught a big Tom on this set of soft compound tyre. Looks quick, but he's in a big old DRS train, and there's 8 cars separated by about 5 seconds at this point.
There goes Roygaard has just passed Parcells as well. Parcells is going to let this happen. He's on those. He's in this for the long game.
Yeah, Parcells, he'll go to around lap 27, lap 28, putting a set of softs. 7-8 laps, you'll be really the quickest man out on track. Jamie tries to go all the way around the outside of Atlas Copo through turn number 6. That was coming through the funny named corner of Ricolte Raback. But Jamie there on the set of softs, clearly wants to try and get the move done. Speaking of moves done, maybe Mike on the back of Yanzu in towards turn 12.
Goes in.
Saigate's in, and he picks up a penalty, and Mike falls to the inside line on Yanzu. So much going on.
I can't believe that was Saigate. Come on, man. You're in second place, and you do that. That's like, no.
And all of that as well, the action that I was following, Storm managed to get through on Yanzu. He's lost a few positions, actually, Yanzu there. Mike is now not relatively clear compared to Storm, and look who's coming out the pit lane. Saigate's coming out the pit lane, and potentially it's going to be 3 wide in towards turn 1, because Storm now is going to steam on the back of Saigate in towards turn 1. Doesn't go for the move, and that is probably the right decision there.
Probably. Yeah, he's going to get it now. Yeah, the penalties are flying out now, really big time.
Saigate.
There he goes.
Saigate waving down the straight. Not
yes,
sure
he was waving, and not that type of waving. He was.
Yeah, weird one. I mean, you can defend the position, but you've got to take obviously 2 lines: one to defend the position, and then one to take the corner, and that's in the FIA rules.
And the rule is sort of Saigate, if you're on the stream, don't do that.
Yeah, we're watching. We've got eyes in the back of our head. But he is going to get the move done, actually, on Benjamin. In towards turn number 12. Oh, sends it on the brakes. Has he gone too deep?
Oh,
he has.
Yeah,
But he gets the job done.
Yeah, he sure did. Saigate, yeah, that was a nice move, but he's going to... I think maybe he's got like a couple of penalties, and that's it. He's sort of... he's not going to be worried about the penalties. Storm on Benjamin now. Yeah,
Roygaard on the back of Mike, I think is more immediate. He pulls the outside line. I think we're going to see 2x2 in towards turn 1. And do you know what? We're going to see about 3x3, because Jamie and Yanza are going side by side in the background. Storm forces the inside line on Benjamin. Tries to get now around the outside of turn 2. Easy as you like. And Roygaard gets the inside line.
Roygaard slides through.
How's he got that done? That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Roygaard through his intersect.
Roygaard. Yeah, that was really nice. And Mike moves up as well past Benjamin. Benjamin lost a couple of places there.
Yeah, he's done a set of softs, he's not really in the fight, and he's just let through his teammates as well. So there he's down in P8. Really hope you're enjoying the action, by the way. We're a third of the way through. Kermit, by the way, still staying out on track. And I have a feeling he's going to come right in the middle of this train when he pits in, which I think will be this lap as Denanda spun coming through turn 6.
Kermit, I hope that, he's staying out. I hope that he's praying for something. He's praying for a miracle. You never know. It might happen.
Well, I think he realises that Saigate is in 4th, Ivan is in 3rd, and Saigate has got traffic ahead of him. That's what I think he's relying on for Saigate to be held up. He knows Saigate is a quick driver tonight, as Ivan actually just comes in the pit lane. So Ivan's in the pit lane. He doesn't want any of that. And now it's going to be the battle between Storm and Saigate for P number 3 out on track. And because, actually, Ivan came in the pit lane, Saigate didn't pick up the DRS there.
This is so amazing with all the different strategies happening tonight. This it's pretty wild.
It is, and it's only lap 13 out of 36, which is unbelievable. Roygaard gets caught in the curb. Mike has to take avoiding action there, but brings them now out of DRS range. And Roygaard just took too much curb through turn 2. got caught on the sausage curb, and that is why he got sent round. Half spin, but not enough to lose a position, which is good enough at least.
Yeah, and again, Passels, who started in the hard, he's in 10th place now. Hopefully not too stressed about what's going on. Again, he moves up through the field, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens after a while with his tyres.
Oh, Storm's very slow. I think he's made a mistake through the S section. And look at Mike! Mike around the outside of both of them. He gets a 3-second penalty. Nobody cares about that. Mike gets a 3-second penalty. Has Storm hit the wall?
That was crazy because Mike had to drive off the track to avoid those two.
That was weird.
Yeah. Mike shouldn't have got a penalty for that, actually, because I think that was just evasive action. He had to go to the left to get out of that. Storm goes into the pit, yeah.
So I think he's picked up damage somewhere through the S section, through maybe turn 9.
Yeah, it was nice driving by Mike there. It was quick response there from what was going on. Yeah.
Reaction timing's like a god. However, he's picked up that 3-second penalty, and I'm sure not normally you get 3-second penalties removed in TTML F4 these days, but I think that one, exception rather than the rule. Yes, he overtook off track, but he had to take avoiding action off another driver, so I think Mike should appeal that one, and it should get removed.
Mike, watch the stream. You got a tip there.
He will appeal that. Guaranteed he'll appeal that, because Mark will probably put in the comment section that he's going to appeal that as well. But we have got this battle for 4th between Mike and Roygard. Roygard gets caught in the curb again. Coming through the S section there. Nearly sent the car into a spin. Passel's picked up another penalty out on track. Mike, though, as Kermit now into the pit lane, so everything has now calmed down. Kermit realises this, comes in the pit lane. 19 seconds normally a pit stop around here. That's going to put him out in between Mike and Roygard, I think. Or maybe Roygard and Jamie. One of those battles, I think.
It might put him into a battle in corner 1 if we're a bit lucky here. Yeah.
I think he's going to be behind Atlas Copo, in fact. There's Atlas Copo. There is Kermit coming out the pit lane. Is he just going to be ahead?
Oh, Jamie slides up to 5th place. It's interesting.
It is, and Jamie's the one that's going to be holding Kermit up as well. Kermit's on the back of Jamie. Doesn't get the move done. Of course, Kermit doesn't have any DRS, I believe, this lap around because he came in the pit lane. Jamie, however, does, or doesn't actually, because he's a second and a half off and didn't get the DRS coming out of the final corner. Neither did Kermit, because he came in the pit lane and was literally ahead of everyone else. So there you go.
This is now we have Axel. It's your turn to lead the legends of TTML. Axel is out in front. He's 14 laps on those tyres, but enjoy it when you're leading it.
Yeah, definitely so. Kermit, though, is on the back of Jamie now, and Atlas Copo was in this battle as well. But Sargate, I think, Kermit has done that overcut strategy. He's on fresher mediums. That screams out to me he's going to get to the end of the race on 21 lap old mediums. I've seen it done before, and Atlas Copo's just made a mistake in behind as well.
Yeah, Kermit, he'd definitely try that as well. We've seen him trying to extend those tyres really long in previous races, so he'll go for it, definitely.
Definitely so. I'm putting in, by the way, that message that I received was from one Jessica Ball, as Mike is going to get the move done immediately on side gates. I'll come back to what I was going to say in a second. And Kermit on the back of Jamie as well, down in towards turn 1. And I'm not sure I think Jamie was on the inside line there. I thought he just cut across on him in towards the braking zone, but Kermit through, and he's into 5th. Nice job there. Roygard now up on Sidegate. Sidegate the one struggling. DRS now enabled, of course. Roygard on the back doesn't go for the move. And Sidegate, I thought he was disconnecting there. Did you see that? It looked like he disconnected for a second.
Yeah, I saw a little glitch there.
He does indeed. Back to what I was saying, by the way, about Jessica Ball contacting me about PSGL comms. Looks like I am going to be doing PSGL F2 on Monday. Oh, his axle's off, and he's lost his front wing.
Oh no!
So he's lost his front wing, no safety car, no VSC to pick that up, so Axel has to make a relatively short journey, luckily, into the pit lane. I wouldn't be surprised if he cuts the corner here. Yep, down on the inside. Oh no, he's going to come right in the path of Jamie, and look at Atlas Copo having to take a vote in action as well. Jamie probably maybe swearing there at Axel, thinking, what the you doing?
I think, that's true, but I think Axel did as best as he could. I mean, he hadn't got any win.
Yeah, I think otherwise he would have cut to the inside and then picked up a 10-second penalty. So that's probably what it would have been. Atlas Coppo on the back of Jamie, 5th and 6th position at this moment in time. Michael leading the way. Sygate in 2nd, Roygaard in 3rd. Nearly the halfway stage here in F4 tonight. Axel into the pit lane for that sort of soft companion side. Roygaard now on the back of Sygate again. Doesn't get the move done, and he doesn't want to get this position just yet. As I think we've lost Buck, potentially, here. If he's listening, unplug the mic and then replug it back in. I think we've lost him. Yeah, he's not here. On my end, certainly. But we'll carry on nonetheless. Mike leads the way. So I get in 2nd, I got that in 3rd. Atlas Coppo on the back of Jamie. You're back?
I'm back! Thanks for saying it. But okay, Atlas Coppo is still penalty-free, which is pretty interesting.
He is. Well, we're at the halfway stage now, so I may as well run through. I've gone the wrong way on the spectator menu, but there's the penalties. Mike's got 6 seconds. Sygate's got 11 seconds, including that 5-second penalty for spin in the pits. Roygaard's got 6, Kermit got 3, Jamie's got 3, Atlas Coppo obviously's got none at the minute, and he's on the back of Jamie, and potentially going to get this move done. Passels has got 6, by the way, Ivan's got 3, Denander's got 3, and Salas has got 12. Here's Atlas Coppo on the back of Jamie. Jamie moves across slightly again.
That was
on the
Jamie,
back.
that was true Jamie style.
Oh, and Roygaard's just gone around the outside of Sygate as well through turn number 1, so Roygaard through and he's into the 2nd position.
There we go.
Sygate's penalties are now 14.
Again. Yeah, it's like, man, that's a pity. He drives so fast, but he's picking up penalties. It is definitely Atlas Coppo. He's trying to drive this race penalty-free.
Yeah, he is. I think Atlas Coppo's trying to be as careful as possible without overrunning the curbs, and he's doing a good job. Now, though, comes the hardest part, because he's going to be in a bit of no man's land. He's got Jamie still to come in the pit lane. He himself, I think, is going to be coming in the pit lane. And then Kermit's in front of him, pulling away willy-nilly, basically. He's 1.5 seconds clear. And Kermit is on 7-lap fresher tyres. So Atlas Coppo is going to be in a bit of no man's land.
Yeah, that's and we still haven't had a safety car.
We still haven't had a safety car. We haven't even had a VSC, have we?
No, we haven't. And I don't think we have had a single race this season where that's happened. So... this is what happens.
It's because I'm here, that's probably why. I mean, we had a safety car last week, to be fair, but still. Sygate's on the back of Roygaard. He's absolutely steaming on the back of him in toward turn number 1. Gets the job done, even before the corner comes up. Roygaard's going to try and fight this back through turn 1. But Sygate came absolutely storming down the inside there. Too much speed, got the job done. He's still in 2nd.
That was nice.
Storm's on the back of Yanzu coming around the final corner as well. Jamie, by the way, is out the pit lane ahead of Benjamin. Crucial for him. He's got Cam Rules ahead of him. And now Storm is going to be ahead of Janzu, I think, down towards turn 1. We should see the breakthrough on the fin. In towards turn 1. And Storm, job done. And Danan's not too far off this either.
Denan almost eyed that little opportunity there just to take that as well. But as you mentioned, we're going to have a Jamie Camerals battle. These guys usually battle it out all week in the chat. Now's the time to do it respectfully on the racetrack, guys. Whoa!
Denan absolutely sent one down the inside of turn number 4. Sorry to cut you off there, Buck, but that was absolutely unbelievable from Denan.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was so nice move.
Daniel Ricciardo-esque, I think we can say that one. Denander's through and he's into 12th, and that was brilliant.
Roygaard picked up another penalty. That was a silly penalty. Roygaard just picked up the last corner there.
Yeah, they seem to be picking too many, picking up too many penalties. I mean, lap 20 out of 36, still haven't had a VSC, still haven't had a safety car, and Mike is in the lead. I can't believe I'm saying this in F4.
But yeah, I mean, this is it's also impressive. Mike is one of the drivers that can lead a race. It's always so important to be able to lead a race and to see what's happening.
Now I want to know though, as Benjamin is fighting, it's 3 wide actually down the straight. Denan's going to get them both down in towards turn 1. Got Benjamin before turn 1 and now gets stormed through turn 1. Beautiful move by Denan. He's into 9th. The man is on a mission. As Roygaard's on the race.
Oh my God!
Safety car. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, here we go. This is going to make it interesting now. We're going to have, we got 17 laps left at the moment, safety car finish, so this is going to be interesting. Yeah, it was just the start of the S-swings Roygaard crashed out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's where Neymar crashed actually last night, just on beyond where Neymar crashed last night in F2. But safety car in, and Mike is in the pit. So Mike is into the pit lane. I'm not surprised actually. Kermit's also coming in on fresher mediums. They are going to be going mediums, I would think, to the end. 16 laps on a set of softs is doable, but if we saw last night what happened with Slash on the back of... no, it wasn't Slash, it was Noziek on the back of Yona last night, softs will not make it to the end. So Kermit, you are now in second position, my friend. That's the wrong call, by a mile.
And Passels is in as well. He started on hard. This is his first change. He puts on mediums yet.
Is he going to be in fifth? Oh no, Jamie's staying out. So Jamie's staying out. He's going to be in fifth. Has to stick to a delta time behind Atlas Copo. And Jamie's now back in this. Jamie is now back in this.
Yeah. You can never write off it's Jamie. No way.
Yeah, definitely. So, Passels, by the way, is out in P10. His first pit stop, and we alluded to we could go quite deep into the race. He has gone deep. Safety car has came out, I think, fortunately for him, and now he's in the top 10. And do you know what I said at the start of qualifying? If he picks up a top 10 finish, I would not be surprised. And now he's in P10.
Yeah, he's on P10, yeah, I think Pastels, he should be able to climb another few places there. Yanzu right in front of him, sort of like sneaking up there as well, and Axel. And then at the top of the race, still Atlas Copo penalty free.
Atlas Copo is still penalty free. We'll run through the penalties in a second. Just to bring you up to date, by the way, on what I was saying earlier on, I will now officially become commentating on PSGL F2 this week on Monday. So if you want to obviously tune in for that, you can, or you can tune in for the new TTML Club Series that's going to be starting up on Monday. Graham Chappell is the man that's going to be taking you through the action, of course, on Mondays. And hopefully it is going to be a very good night, because Club Series, currently I think there's only 10 drivers. So if you are interested, you can sign up for the TTML Club Series, which I say is going to start this week, this Monday in Italy.
Cool.
So there you go.
We got some nice messages from Røgaard in the chat.
What's he saying in the chat?
He's saying, this beautiful game. I love this game. I love this track. I was driving really beautifully, and the track was so kind to me.
Now, I'm going to ask him a question. If you can respond to me by saying yes or no, did you take 7th gear coming through the S section? Because if he did, that's probably why he spun and he's out the race.
No.
Wait, no, he says. No, that's a decisive no as well.
Hands up who believes Røgaard.
I believe him. Gotta believe all of our drivers.
Oh, definitely. Yes, of course.
But we are under the safety car. Salas, I believe, is coming back in the pit lane. He's going to be going on, I would assume, a set of soft compounded tyre. I think he can maybe make them to the end. No, it's a yellow wall tyre. So a set of mediums for Salas. He's going to be rejoining, and we're going to wait for the safety car to come in, probably next lap around. But what I'm going to ask you now, Buck, is Kermit, set of soft compounded tyres, second position. Mike obviously in the lead. Sygate also on a set of mediums. Atlas Copo on a set of softs. Initially, underneath the safety car start, softs are going to be quicker than mediums. If you were driving out on track, whose position would you want to be in?
Do I have Mike's skills? Yeah, definitely Mike. Mike on the restarts, he nails it. He definitely does. So he's going to be okay on the restart.
Even with Kermit on a fresh set of softs behind?
Yes.
Interesting. Because, of course, DRS doesn't get enabled for 3 laps, so we're talking about, what, lap 20... end of lap 25, I think it will be when the safety car... No, actually, no. We're going into lap 23 now. Lap 24 next lap. It'll be lap 26. End of lap 26 when we get the DRS. I think, initially, Kermit, Atlas Copo are going to be the 2 quickest men out on track. Everyone else further down the field is also on a set of softs. Axel, though, in 8th, he's going to be... basically a pigeon that's going to be fed to a cat in 8th position. That's the best thing I could use for that. Yeah, but he's on worn softs. Everyone else around him's on probably the same tyre wear on a set of mediums. He's going to struggle on those tyres.
That's true. But Atlas Copo, he's going to play it safe. I wish he wouldn't, but he's going to play it safe. He's going to let the guys battle it out, and he's going to be okay. Jamie is going to be really aggressive. Jamie on the restart, he's aggressive, and but I think Mike is one of the best drivers in the division to lead a race. So I think that's why I said.
Yeah, and I think it's the first time I've actually seen Mike leading under a safety car, never mind leading a race as well. Mike leads the way from Kermit in second, Sygate in third. Atlas Copo there in fourth. Roygaard makes a really good point, though. Atlas is going to win. Initially, yes, I think he's going to win, but set us off compound tyres at the end of the race. They're going to be 70 to 80% worn. Bear that in mind. Jonas' tyres were around 60-70%. He was on a set of mediums. Noziek, who finished behind him, safety car in this lap. Noziek, who finished behind him, just to finish off my point, 83% on a set of softs, and he did 14 laps on them. And we're now 14 laps from the end of the race. Let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be cool. Atlas Copo, if you're listening, give it all, man. We want to see what you got.
Yeah, we want to see overtakes and needs a safety car restart, but...
He has to do something, because Jamie's right behind him, behind Atlas Copo. So that's going to push Atlas Copo. Mike is ready to go, and he is gone, yes.
Coming through Peraltada, Mike releases the throttle now out of Peraltada. Kermit, though, is going to follow, and Gibonos, actually, Kermit's got the better start, because he's now on the back of Iverbryn Mike, and Mike now is going to really struggle in towards turn number one, because the fresh softs are going to come into play. Kermit is steaming now on the back. Is he going to risk this for a chocolate biscuit down the inside line, in towards turn number one, falls to the inside line, Mike's on the outside line, he holds it, but Kermit surely on the fresh set of softs are going to get this move done. Atlas Copo is fighting with Jamie, as you said, aggressive off the start, gets through and he's into fourth on Atlas Copo, and Sygate all of a sudden is trying to weave his way through. Kermit nearly pushes him onto the grass, and it's 3 wide in towards turn 4, and Sygate with the partner of the Red Sea tries to go down the inside line, doesn't, and Kermit is getting out-muscled all the way.
What's going on, guys?
Contact.
Atlas Copo's down in 7th place now.
He is. Kermit's going side by side still with Sygate, though, in towards the S section. He has to back off. That was aggressive from Sygate, I've got to be honest. I think Kermit might have damage as well on his car. You can really clearly see he has got damage on his car, the way he's putting the steering in. So Kermit now, result of contact, I think it's right side end plate. He collided with him, wheel banging again, like we saw on lap 1. Wheel banging again with Sygate. Need to be a lot cleaner as Jamie just sends one down the inside line, and that's crucial for the championship.
I think
Kermit cut the corner.
Yeah, Jamie's not happy right now. I think Kermit was a little bit frustrated with that. Yeah, so. But
Denando on the back of Jamie.
Position changing right going on there. Jamie, he's up in the third. He's
not
up in the fourth place. Denand where the heck did Denand come from?
Yeah, Denand had a really good run out of Peraltada at the final corner, and he got the job done down in towards turn number 1 there, so he's through and he's into third. And Roygaard, I think, might be the curse for Atlas Copo, because Atlas Copo's lost positions off the start. Here comes Jamie, though, fighting right back on the back of Denand, and this was a fight last week in the United States as well. And Jamie and Denand make contact coming through turn 5. And he lets him back through. Good sportsmanship, that. As long as he lets him back through, and Jamie just...
Yeah. Okay, guys. That was back there. We saw that was coming there. Those guys were never going to race side by side.
Just a shame. I mean, the shake of my head, if I had a face cam on, the shake of my head, I think, told all in that, to be honest, because that was not on for me. No. Atlas Copo was on the back of Storm. P4 out on track. Coming now, P4. What a move down the inside line. Gets the car stopped. And Storm's going to go around the outside and towards Peraltada, and Atlas Copo wants the DRS, but remember, DRS is actually not on until turn 12.
It was what it is, but Denand, I think, got really frustrated. He ended up down in 10th place after that battle there. Jamie seems to survive again and has jumped up to 3rd, but there's a big difference now between the guys with penalties and without.
Yeah, definitely so. Look at the gap as well between Jamie and Storm. 1.6 seconds. There's a bit of a Constantino effect in behind. Denand goes into the back of Passels. Cam Rules gets caught up in that as well slightly. I think they've got away with damage though, which is relatively good at least. Of course, no DRS is enabled until until turn 11 of this lap. Cam Rules tries to go down the inside line, and Denand doesn't get the move done. As Mike leads the way, Sygate in second, Jamie in third. We've got 10 laps to go after this one.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the guys are getting a little bit frustrated on track now. Keep it clean, guys.
Yeah, it's this point in the race where frustration develops, and
yeah, that's true.
It is going to be one of those things, definitely. As now, Mike leads the way. So I get there in second, Jamie in third, Atlas Copo on the back of Storm. Oh, Ivan sends one, and Axel try to force the move in towards Ferrasol. I saw that in the back of camera shot, and Ivan didn't get the move done there, but try as you might, he's on fresher tyres. I think he's probably got to get that move done here.
Yeah, great. Yeah, oh, there's Dinan. I think it was just pure frustration that caused that as well. That speeding in the pit lane. That was a pity, but keep going, guys. Oh, Axel! Wow!
Oh, and Ivan's on the inside in this contact.
There we go. Yeah, that was bound to happen.
Axel absolutely sent that. To be fair, Axel got the move done. Ivan stays in 7th position, but Ivan shouldn't have had his nose down there. He'll know better from that. Passel's on the back now of Yantu. Into P8 he goes. The Belgian just sends one down the inside line, and Cam Rules are going to get the switch back of the sentry, perhaps, around the outside. Oh, that's a lovely move. Really nice move by the Welshman.
Yeah, that was nice. Passels and Cam Rules.
And then he nearly goes and collects Passels in the meantime as well. Keep it clean, my friend. Keep it clean. But he's on the back of him still, coming through the S section.
What a battle going on there.
Yeah, Passel's 2.5 tenths. I don't think Camrose is going to be close enough in towards turn 12. I'd just switch off the DRS at this point and then save it up all the way down the straight, because this is going to be one of the easiest moves you will see all night if Camrose gets this move done on the back of Passels. And it's looking very, very likely as we now come 2 tenths away through the final couple of corners, through Peraltada. Mike leads away, Sidegate in second. Sidegate is catching Mike for the lead, so bear that in mind in towards turn number 1, but I think Sidegate's too far back, and Cam Rules is not too far back on the back of Passels, and he's in the back of him! He switched too far out. He's got to get the move done, I think, still. Cam Rules down the inside line here. And falls with the issue. Hand of Rage. Not sure what he's raging about. I'd be raging about the dirty air, to be honest, in that, because Cam Rules, he pulled out too late underneath the slipstream. That's why the contact occurred, but he still gets the job done. He's in 8th. He's got away with that one. If he didn't get away with it, he'd be complaining. Yeah,
I don't think Passels enjoyed that one. At the very top now, you see Mike is he's still leading the race. He's used up pretty much all of his battery to at the restart there to do that. So at the minute, I mean, Mike is looking strong.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
at the Scopo, penalty free.
Still penalty free, and yeah, he's as long as he sticks on the back of Jamie, he's fine. But Mike and Sidegate, for me, are just going to get away towards the end of the race, because Atlas Copo's tyres are now beginning to die. We saw on this first stint how quickly they blistered on that compounded tyre. Sidegate, by the way, on the back of Mike for the lead of the race, pulls to the inside line, even before someone gets the job done, and Sidegate through and he's into the lead of the race. Crucial, that.
Yeah, definitely. And Mike sort of knew that Sidegate was flying.
Axel!
There.
Oh, sends one down the inside line. Storm's on the inside now for turn 2. And again, we see another battle.
Oh,
and that's
no, guys, come on.
Oh.
We don't want to see that.
Yeah, we both don't want to see that. And I was going to say that it's a bit like a 5-lap open lobby for the driving there, but it's not. Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
It is. Axel, though, hopefully, he'll recognise the mistake there. He's behind Storm. Storm had a really good switchback and got the move done there, and he's through and he's into 5th. But Axel just needs to calm down. Not all positions can be gained, as he picks up a 3-second penalty, so he gains another penalty, speaking of gaining. And Axel just needs to calm things down, I think, out on track, because he's got to worry about the gap behind, because Ivan, Cam Rules, catching.
Yeah. So what do you think Mike's going to do now? Where should Mike lie? How's he going to do this?
Move done, turn 1, try and pull away. That will be Mike's, I think, goal. He's taken a much thinner line through the final corner, gained you time, and now with the ERS enabled, he's going to try and storm on the back of Sidegate. Or is he going to wait in behind here? He switches off the DRS. I don't think, though. It's needed because pulls the outside line in towards turn number 1. Job done, and Sidegate just lets him go, and Atlas Copo also through, and Jamie and Cam Rules and Ivan battling out as well, the Welshman and the Croatian, down and towards turn number 1, and Cam Rules, to be fair, moved across on the racing line there, but that was to cover Ivan, and that's fair enough from Cam. He's through and he's into 6th. And, I've got to say, Cam is driving a really good race tonight.
Yeah, he sure has. He's got a nice place right now, and he's made some nice moves. Nice going, Camerons. As always, yes.
Probably one of his better races this season, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he has some pretty nice expectations sometimes, and but it's so cool. He's such a really good guy as well. So he's one of the guys. Come on, I really hope that he's just happy with his races.
He's only got a 3-second penalty as well, so guys behind are going to lose time. He perhaps is going to gain because Mike Sygate have got big penalties ahead.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
But coming through, lap 31.
Also, Jamie is sitting pretty smart there right now as well.
Yeah, he is. 3-second penalty. He's got 5 seconds to storm him behind. Jamie shouldn't be too concerned. He's going to be gaining on Kermit as well. Pretty much, I've got to say now, even at this stage in the race, if Jamie doesn't bottle it out on track, he's got one hand in the championship, I think.
Jamie never bottles it. Jamie doesn't know what bottles it means.
I don't think he's going to bottle it either in towards turn number 4. He's on the back of Atlas Copel, but look at his ERS usage. He's only got 1% on the brakes in towards turn number 4. So if I was Jamie, I'd be saving that up.
That's so Jamie doesn't know the definition of saving up. Jamie's live fast, die young. He's full of action in these races. It's so cool watching him. It's a really. Oh no, he just picked up another penalty as we were speaking. That sort of ruined a couple of things from there. Atlas Copel, there you go. It's his first penalty.
Yeah, first penalty. Jamie though picks up a penalty in behind, and then it's back to 3 seconds again because Jamie, if he didn't pick up a penalty there, he would have been even with Atlas Copel, and it would have been for 3rd position out on track. Storm, by the way, is losing a lot of time to Jamie and Atlas Copel. They're in a DRS train. Cam Rules is on the back of Storm, hassling them as Kermit is retired. That might be a late safety car. And it is.
Oh, no. Oh,
and it's a disaster. It's a disaster for the front 4. Mike, Sygate, Atlas Copel, Jamie all stay out. Everyone's going to come back in and behind. They're all going to go fresh softs. That's an absolute nightmare for the front 4.
Man, people are going to be going crazy now. What do we do? But that's such a pity for Kermit to crash that there. We're down to 13 drivers.
We are indeed absolutely terrible. It's terrible luck for the I've called him an Irishman again. Welshman of Mike. Sygate in 2nd. Drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car from Yanzu as well. He came in the... Oh no, he's not came in the pits. I thought he came in the pits, but he hasn't. But Yanzu has picked up a drive-through penalty as well.
So we have we got Storm and Benjamin penalty free right now.
The only 2 out on track penalty free. Denanda's got 11 seconds.
How many laps do we have at the race? Is it 2?
We will get 2 laps worth of racing, potentially no DRS come the end of the race.
So we can expect,
drama.
We can expect drama. That's the word I was looking for because it's going to happen. So
now what do the front guys do? Sygate's staying out. Mike is staying out. Jamie and Atlas Copel though in.
Oh, this is going to be wild. Jamie's going to put on softs and going to go totally crazy here.
They've done the right call. Look at the gap to Storm. It's 28 seconds. Pits up around here's around 19, 20 seconds. Under a safety car, they're going to be gaining 5 seconds as a result. Atlas Copel and Jamie's miles ahead of Storm. They're sticking to Delta. Atlas Copel and Jamie don't need to worry. They're now on a set of softs. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're front 2 it again at the end.
This is Jamie's race. This is his. Yeah, it's, I mean, Atlas Copel, he, man, I mean, it would be so cool, but Jamie loves this type of situation.
And Storm, as well, 5th position, no penalties, remember, so he is going to be coming massively into play as well. There's a bit of just weird things just appeared on my screen. Atlas Copel has got a marble stuck on his tyre, on his rear right tyre. That was weird. It was like a big fat marble on the middle of his tyre. That was weird. I've never seen that before.
Sometimes this game is just so realistic.
We've only got a month and a half to wait for the next one. Hopefully it's a better version than this.
Man, what are your predictions? What's going to happen at the end of this race now? Mike is going to be struggling, right? Like,
I think to an extent he will struggle, and the penalties are not going to come back to bite. Going to come back to bite him. Same with Seigate as well. They've, I would say, got no chance. But then again, there's going to be no DRS because we're going into lap 34. This would have been the final opportunity for DRS to be actually enabled, but it's not. So we've only got 2 laps worth of racing. Denan might not even get onto the back of the safety car either. So we're going to be 2 laps right to the checkered flag. Mike out on top, Seigate in second. The only thing that's going to help these guys is DRS being disabled and not coming on for the rest of this race. Atlas Coppo and Jamie probably in the driving seat. They've got fresher tyres. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike and Seigate actually get eaten up by the field. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they finish first and second still. Yeah.
And we have Roygard in the chat saying Storm win. Yeah, I mean Storm is penalty free right now, so he's smiling.
He is smiling, definitely. I've got a big smile on my face as well because I don't know what's going to happen in the final 2 laps of this race. As I say, Denan, I'm not sure if he's getting onto the back.
Denan, it's such a pity after a crazy qualifying that his race, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate indeed, but 2 laps to go after this one, and Mike will be the virtual Marlander. He will be the virtual safety car, and he will control the pace, so his heart is content. And if I was in Mike's position, I'd go hard early, try and catch Atlas Coppo and Jamie out. That's the only chance he's got of winning this race.
Yeah, that's true. Safety car goes in. Here we go.
And Denand has caught up to the back of the safety car queue as well. But Mike, we saw him going toward Peraltada last time.
Man, I have no idea what's going to happen here. The only one you got to watch. You got to watch Jamie. He loves this type of situation. This is his game right now.
Well, I mean, he came from 29 seconds back last time with 3 laps to go in America, but he's only coming back from 2 seconds behind this time, so disappointing. I think, there's a little bit of contact actually further down the field. Jamie, Storm, cameras were very close to a bit of contact there, but at the final corner, look, he's gone hard early, and Mike and Seigate are now a second clear of Atlas Coppo. What a start by both of them. Cameras in the pits.
Oh, no.
Seigate out the slipstream, pulls the inside line in towards number 1. Mike has to try and defend this move. The Dutchman down the inside line, absolutely centred. He's gone way too deep, and Mike's going to cut under. And Mike will have the lead of the race. And Seigate comes spearing on track, gives Atlas Coppo a bit of a check there. Jamie gets moved on Atlas Coppo, and there's Storm through as well. And Salas is round. Cam Rule's in the pit lane, by the way. Not sure what happened there. As I say, I think it might have been contact. But now Atlas Coppo tries to force the move on Storm. Storm through, and he's into P4 in the massive gap. The AlphaTauri of Ivan has been caught completely flat-footed as well. He's there in 6th. Mike the lead. Seigate in 2nd. Jamie in 3rd. You said Jamie loved this situation, and now
Jamie
he's in with a
Seigate out of the way. Seigate is in Jamie's way. Jamie needs to get past Seigate. Mike's stretching his lead.
He is stretching the lead, but remember, penalties. They're actually even. They're actually even on penalties. This is going to go down to Storm, I think, in P4, who's got no penalties. They're both on even penalties. I thought Jamie only had 3. He's got 6 seconds. Mike has got 6 seconds as well.
Yeah, that's true. And on these tight corners, you see that Jamie's got the new soft tyres on, so he's closing the gap now to Mike.
Final lap of the race about to begin. Mike leads the way with 4.3 kilometres awaiting the drivers out on track. Jamie on the back of Seigate now tries and Storm's on the back. No pun intended again as Storm is trying to get onto the back of Jamie. But Jamie has to pull within that slipstream. Got to try and use up that battery. He's got to be late on the brakes here. Down the inside line. In towards turn number 1. Sends it down the inside line. And Seigate is still there. Jamie on the fresh compound. Should get the job done, pushes him out wide, job done, and that's fair enough from Jamie. Didn't want to put him in, and look at Storm. Storm gets a really good run on Seigate as well. They're very fair in driving, and Storm is soon he's into 3rd. I think Seigate realises, I'm not fighting this, I've got no chance now.
Go Jamie, you can get him, go!
But remember, remember, yeah, Storm has got the no penalties though. Storm is going to be the one that's going to be picking up this race win. But do not rule out Atlas Coppo either. He's on the back of Sygate into the S section. Sygate's holding him up massively. Jamie though still wants this out on track. 5/10 of a second coming through the SA section.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's going to get it through these. He's going to go for it. Go, Jamie.
Favasol.
We believe in you.
Dive bomb into the Favasol. I think this is going to be now on the inside line.
Right behind him. Oh,
goes around the outside.
On the outside. Oh my God, Jamie's going to go for it.
In towards Pelotada, down the inside line, Mike has to defend, Jamie gets the inside line, Jamie gets the lead of the race through the final corner. If there was no penalties there, it'll be going Jamie's way, but Storm takes the race win, and Atlas Coppo is second.
Yes.
Oh, Benjamin second! Benjamin is second! What?
Benjamin, where did that come from?
What? How far was he behind? I didn't even realise.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was crazy finish.
How's Benjamin second? He finished like 8th or something. Oh, Yanzu's got an unserved drive-through penalty. That's a ridiculous thing. Because there was only 2 laps of racing left.
Yeah.
That needs removing, certainly.
But Jamie actually didn't even get onto the podium in the end. That was wild. But
oh, what a mad ending. Mexico delivers. Axel's in the wall coming out of Pelotada as well. We're still waiting for him to come across the line. He's going to be crossing the line in 13th. Disaster for Williams. He spins across the line, reverses down the back, and finishes there in, I think it was P13, or did he gain actually?
Yeah, with 13 drivers, so that's okay. I mean, it's no surprise Benjamin gets driver of the day.
Certainly certainly higher than our predictions at the start of the race.
Definitely, that's always nice. Cool to see the guys finish. We've got a Norwegian flag and a Welsh flag and a Great Britain flag on the podium.
We do indeed. Storm takes the race win out on track. No penalties, the answer. We saw many drivers last night in F2 pick up penalties. We saw many drivers tonight in F4 pick up penalties. And Storm is the cleanest out of them all. He takes the race win. Benjamin, I do not know how, has finished second. And in third, of course, Atlas Coppo picking up by only 0.2 of a second behind Benjamin in the end. A fantastic end to that race. But Storm, 8th on the grid up to first. Benjamin, 16th on the grid up to second with no penalties. Atlas Coppo, 4th into third.
Insane,
If you got that top 3 right, well done. If you didn't, shameful.
Yeah, that was a wild end to the race, and nice fastest lap by Kermit as well.
Yeah, Storm saying brilliant race, Benjamin as well, and Old School in the comment section saying ESWL plan definitely, I think, worked. Maybe for Benjamin. As I say, I do not know how he didn't pick up any penalties. We didn't even see him. He was in the back of our TV screens, and he's finished second. Here, Alice Coppo third, Jamie, Mike, Ivan, Passel, Sygate, Danan, Cam Rules top 10, Silas Yanzu, Axel, the 13 finishers. Everyone else who's classified further down the results, which I didn't get in time there, 14th down to 17th, all DNF'd. Shall we try and get the top 3 in?
Yeah.
Do you want to invite them, or shall I?
You can invite them in.
I will invite them indeed. I will go blue screen for a second, and I will just waffle on while I invite these 3 guys into the party chat. I'm going to go into add players, and I'm going to go and play together because it's so much quicker doing it on a PS4. Benjamin, who were the other 2? It was Atlas Coppo and Storm, wasn't it? I think he has. Yeah, I might not be even some. I know last week he said he had to go late last week as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case once again. But looking at some of the driving, Danan saying some people are idiots out on track, to pardon the language there from him. But yeah, driving standards not the greatest, but I'm not really surprised. It's Mexico at the end of the day.
Yeah, there was a couple of battles that we got on stream there that it just wasn't the right place do it. I mean, sometimes it's like, yeah, go for it, but there was a couple of times we saw it, yeah, you shouldn't have gone for that. We see that every week, but as long as the guys there fix it up afterwards, that's the main thing. Be cool with each other, guys, in the chat always after each race. Be really cool, respect for each other.
Yeah, Camril saying as well, yeah, there was a bit of contact. We picked it up in the commentary there, and we picked it up. Cam Rules, Jamie broke in front of him, and Cam Rules obviously picked up damage. It didn't look like he picked up much damage, but it was enough for him to come back in the pit lane. He's obviously very frustrated, and at the end of the race, I would take the positives rather than the negatives. And if I was Cam Rules, I'd look at your performance and think, majority of that race, I was running top 5, top 6. Do not be surprised if he's on the podium come towards the end of the season, because he drove very well there. In the end, calm down, take some time out, take some time away from your devices, and be respectful to one another. That's what we're all here to do in F4.
It sure is, and we have the one, the only, the amazing Atlas Copo in the party.
Hello, guys.
We do indeed. It's the second time in 2 weeks I've seen Atlas Copo. I think he said last week he would see me again, and he has well and truly seen me again. Finishing in P3, out on track, jumping ahead of Jamie by about 0.2 of a second, I think, at the end. Talk us through that race, because that was quite a race out on track here in Mexico.
Yeah, there was some close calls, for sure. A couple of times I had to back out, because some people are just, taking the corner. So I just want to finish the race, so I'm a bit cautious. I also I had some terrible safety car start at the first safety car, but before the last safety car, I was pretty sure I would win the race, because I had the other guys on penalties. We had a big gap to Storm, who's without, and I was feeling quite confident on winning. But the last safety car came, and I think it was Saigate missed the first corner, got onto the grass, and when he returned, I had to get off throttle not to crash on him, and I lost 2 places. And but in the end, podium's okay. It's a hard track, very slippery.
Yeah, but you knew during the race that you were penalty free, right? So
but I was really annoyed when I got one. I got 2 warnings in the same SS. Yeah.
You should talk with Saigate and get some tips.
Yeah.
How not to be annoyed when you get a penalty.
I was, but for the most of the race, I was racing by myself, and then it's much easier to not get penalties. When you race close, it's easy to pick them up.
As I say, you only picked up 3 seconds in the race as well, which I think is quite something, given that like everyone had 6, 9, 12 seconds around you. Obviously, that second safety car restart, we saw what was happening down the field. Did you, by the way, see what happened with Jamie and Cam Rules? Because I believe they were around you in that that pack.
Say no comment. Say no comment. Take the 5th.
No comment, James. No comment.
No comment. I'll take that.
You're gonna get him. You're gonna get him enemies if he answers that. You haven't followed the chat. The chat's crazy. If whatever he says is gonna be, yeah, but you heard that the scope will say this in the interview.
No, I'm not sure. I was only focusing on getting off throttle, not to crash in Saigate.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's still a very good result. Picking up a second podium in 2 weeks as well must fill you with a lot of confidence going into the final 2 races.
Yeah, I had like a terrible first 5 races, and after that I've been consistently on the podium. So if I could start well, I think I would be up there in the championship. But next season,
Next season.
Where are we racing next week? I should know this, but just pretend that I did.
I was going to come on and ask the question, actually. We have got sprint qualifying and the feature race from Monza next week in Italy. And on that, how do you think you're going to get on around that, Atlas Copo? Because it's a temple of speed. You are a speed driver per se. You should be up there.
Yeah, I think I will be fighting for a podium. At least. Yeah.
Fighting for a podium. You never know, one of these two might go again.
Yeah, I want to congratulate Benjamin before he starts talking. I saw he joined. Yeah. A really strong driver without penalties.
So Benjamin, you did this magician act tonight where it was like, who's going to win this race? Who's going to come in the podium? And then at the very end it was like, hello guys! You gate crashed the party!
I had to get involved somehow.
That was impressive. So what was going on at the end of your race? Were you expecting that?
I wasn't expecting podium. I was expecting to jump a few places. I saw a good couple of penalties in front of me and only had 2 warnings, so I was fighting to keep that 1 warning away.
Oh, and that was crazy. We were commentating here. It was like, what? Where did he come from? What happened there?
Yeah,
you made us look like really bad commentators. Let's just put it another way.
We were too busy focusing on the action at the top end of the field, and we saw Storm with no penalties, and I didn't even consider you had no penalties.
Yeah, I tried to keep them away as much as possible.
Sneaky act, I think, and I think as a result of the position gains as well, you probably get our driver of the day built as well, finishing in second. But talk us through your race from your perspective, because it was quite a wild one out there, to be honest.
I like Mexico. The thing that I do is I like to look at other drivers' responses, and as soon as they found out it was Mexico, it was I was looking very podium-ish. Everyone doesn't like it. I seem to like it. Everyone asks me why. I don't know why. Every time I race, I come second.
Man, I love that attitude. That's so cool.
I'm nowhere near the speed of these guys. Like, fair play to them. They are rapid. Some rapid guys. I'm just fighting to stay up, and I'm consistent. Is one thing. I might be in 6th and 7th for quite a lot, but it's getting me the points. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that was really nice. Really nice race.
It was fun. Fun for sure.
Yeah, really good battle they had on track as well. Further up the field, obviously, from the front guys, with the likes of Storm and everyone. Next week, obviously, is Monza, sprint qualifying and the feature race. How do you think you're going to get on around there? Because, again, I think it's a sort of track where you could excel at once again.
With these guys, as I said, they're fast. Really, really fast compared to me. I'll try my hardest as always, and I like to pick up on people's mistakes. not to like be like funny or big-headed there.
Yeah, be funny, be really funny. We love it.
It is funny. It is. I genuinely mean it. I like to see people in front of me twitching because I know there's my chance.
Yeah.
If I'm not pressuring enough, they're not twitching enough.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, by the way, for the interview, guys. Much appreciated, as always. I think Storm's not joining us for the interviews as well, so unfortunately we're robbed of the man in P1's interview. But just want to bring you up to speed, of course, what's been saying in the chat. Kermit and myself have been talking in the F4 chat, and Kermit has said he's embarrassed to say as a league owner, as an owner of the league, this tier has the poorest standards of driving I've ever seen, and he really cannot take it seriously. And I echo that sentiment as well by saying I have to agree with the statement. It's not bumper cars at the end of the day, and some of the driving in general belonged in open lobby standard. Not good enough in my opinion, and if I am aiming that at one of you guys, not here in the interview party because you drove very, very well out on track, but if you are one of those guys who is driving like an open lobby standard, I will put it this way and be frank with you, we're not going to have you next season. We want the best of the best. We want drivers who are committing every single week, and if you can't drive clean, you're not probably going to be welcome next season. And I'll put it that way, and I'll put it brutally. But there we go. I think that rounds off tonight's action here in TTML F4. But before we go, who is your driver of the day?
Yeah, I mean, because it was just like this big magician revealing act. Definitely, it's Benjamin. It just can't be anybody else. So, 100%, yeah.
Definitely not. Yeah, I've got to agree. Benjamin definitely for driver of the day, and I will put that happily in the admin chat to confirm that, and he will be awarded driver of the day, as awarded by also the in-game fans as well. So fantastic drive. I'm just shutting my curtains, by the way, because it got very dark in my room all of a sudden. Brilliant way to end off the stream. And if you are not a Welshman and not a Brit, please vote for Sam Ryder tomorrow night in Eurovision. Much appreciated. You get 23 votes on the Eurovision app. But there we go. I've done my bit for Sam anyways.
Yeah, man, that was it was an honour commentating with you. That was freaking wild. That was impressive. Really nice. Thanks.
Yeah,
cheers,
likewise indeed. And I think that rounds us up very nicely indeed. Of course, more action to come on Sunday to TTML F1. I'm back once again. You can't get rid of me here on League Racing TV and on Twitch, of course. But we are going to be live and exclusive, of course, on Twitch. TTML F1, 7 PM UK time. Is Jensen going to wrap up potentially the championship this week? Going into TTML F1 this week, I will give you the run through of the standings quite quickly. And it was Jensen leading the way, 235 points. He's got a 29 gap over Tom in second on 206. Rudy then in third on 179. So potentially, if Tom doesn't outscore Jensen, Jensen has got one hand on that title going into Italy in a week's time. So if that doesn't match your appetite more, I don't know what will. Thank you so much for watching though, TTML F4 tonight. And until next time, goodbye.